Hey friends, happy Wednesday. It's great to be back with you. If you and I have not met, my name is Emily with Heartfelt Creations. Today I'm back to share some of my top tips on how you can create an easel card that is shaped and is super simple to do. I don't know where you find yourself today, but I know as crafters sometimes we struggle with just figuring out what we want to use for our card base. But once you have that figured out, it's actually pretty simple to just add some beautiful dimensional flowers on top or accent it with background papers, your sentiment, and you're done. So that's what we're going to share with you today. It's just some simple yet stunning techniques on how to create this beautiful shaped easel card the easy way. Now, if you are just joining me, let me know where you are watching from. Tell me what you love about this card, and tell me, have you been creating some beautiful projects? I know for many of us, we're right in the height of summer, so sometimes it's just great to take a break from all those summer activities and just have some fun creating something beautiful. So today I am using a couple different background basic dies from the simple centerpiece die. That's kind of like our anchor for our background that we're going to be cutting in. But then the main hero of the card that I'm using today is this Simply Elegant centerpiece die. Now, this die you will see being used over and over by different design team members on the blog, and you can really think about using this for just this all occasion card, or you can even use these for your Christmas cards this year as well with the poinsettias. So just think, you know, switching up the background papers, adding poinsettias, and having some fun with that. But to create a easel card base with this card, all you're going to do is just take the largest die from the Simply Elegant centerpiece and fold your paper in half, run that through your machine, and just make sure before you run it through that there is a part of the die going above the crease, so that you have that fold intact when that comes out of your machine. So once that is all cut, all you have to do is just pull this out, and you very quickly and easily have this card base that is completely done. So this is great to just, like, maybe one day you're kind of in a creative funk and you don't really know what to create. Just sit down and cut a bunch of card bases, and you can make this into an easel card, or you could always just do something, you know, pretty simple by using a main background piece with that octagon shape and then adding the decorative piece on top. So totally up to you how you want to do that. But if you wanted to create an easel, all you want to do is just put this down on your score pal, and you know, I kind of just do what I call the eyeballing technique and score this in half, what I deem as half. You can totally measure if you want. That's totally up to you. Grab a score line and just go down the center and just fold that in half, okay? So you're going to go ahead and bring that down so you have your easel card all ready to go. When I am creating my easels, I do like to put like a raised like die cut piece, a little flower, or a sentiment on this side as well. Today we're just going to be focusing on decorating this top part. Now this is one variation in color scheme you can do with it. Today we're going to do kind of more of like a pinkish burgundy theme. Isn't that fun? Now, as you are watching, comment, like, and share this video, and you will be entered to win the card that we're going to be creating. So make sure you do that by midnight Eastern Standard Time. Sorry for the crash in the background. I put my score pal off to the side, and it decided to just, you know, bounce all the way to the floor. Okay, here we go. So we're going to go ahead and add this decorative piece on top. This one is just a beautiful piece that we have from the, just a really nice rose background. I kind of have this in the center to the side. And then I cut out a gold piece using the same outline die, and then I used one of the basic centerpiece dies to cut that opening in here. So we're going to go ahead and adhere this piece. Now I did add some foam dots to the background, so that it adds a little bit of dimension between my decorative background paper. So we're just going to go ahead and layer this right on top, and you can see how quickly and easily this is coming together already, okay? I just love the simplicity of this, and yet it looks like you spent so much time creating this. You could totally do this for Christmas. So we're going to go ahead and do a little bit of embellishing. Now this is the decorative piece that comes from the Simply Elegant centerpiece dies. This one is super versatile. You can keep it all intact. I had done a video where we cut this one apart, so there's lots of variations. You can even do like just a complete shape card, something similar to this, which I find looks very different than what I just did. So lots of variations just based on how you want to create this. And this was cutting in the opening with the actual die that is in the center here. So lots of variations just based on how you want to put this together. But to add some pizzazz and sparkle to this one, what I did is I took my magenta hue ink and I just went ahead and added just a little bit of color to these dies. Now, if you are watching and you have been on the fence about getting the Simply Centerpiece die, Elegant Centerpiece dies, and you don't have them yet, now's a great chance for you to get them. We have them on a special savings where you save 15% on these dies. And if you are an Insider member, you get an additional 20%. So make sure you take advantage of that, get those ordered, so you can be on your way having these basic staple, beautiful centerpiece dies in your craft room that you can quickly and easily use when you are creating those one-of-a-kind cards that you're going to give to your friends and family. They're so versatile, but I also just love the elegance and the beauty they add to each project. In fact, at the end of July, we'll be using some of these in the class that we'll be teaching as well. Let's see. Okay, never mind. I went on a bunny trail there, but we'll come back to that. We'll be using some decorative dies in our online class this month. Okay, so what we're going to do is just go ahead and add this to the top. So this has a little bit of a different feel versus the first one. This just has a white edge around there, so you can see how that pops with the gold if you instead of doing the white. So you can really get lots of different looks just based on how you want to create this. So use your dry as clear glue with a really fine tip to create that beautiful glued decorative image to adhere it. I love using this glue because it has that fine tip, which makes it super, super easy to adhere, and you don't have to spend a lot of time adding that glue. So we're going to go ahead and add this to the top. I did pre-stamp the sentiment. If you are a gal that is in need of beautiful sentiments, let us know in the comments and we can link, give you a link to our sentiments that are many different sizes that fit perfectly in a lot of small areas. There's lots that are lengthwise, up and down, and there's all different occasions that you can choose from. If you're like me, oftentimes I forget about, okay, what am I going to put on the sentiment, or I just need something small and I want something to fill in. We've got some great filler sentiments. So this is one of those flower bouquets that we already glued together, so it just beautifully fits on there. So this is what I call card making in a flash. So some evenings you might want to just sit down and have some fun creating those beautiful cards bases, and then also just doing some bouquets in colors that you know you're going to be creating with a lot, and that will really help get you started and help you put together those cards when you need them last minute. Say you have a wedding coming up, say you have a birthday or thinking of you, or just sending you a hug. This is another one that we created with this collection of dies. This comes from the Elegant Heart Centerpiece die. So with this one, you can save up to 15% right now on these dies. You can buy them in a bundle or you can buy them individually. So you can kind of mix and match. However, I would highly recommend that you get all of them. So you have all the different pieces that you can mix and match together. There's so many variations on what you can do and how you can create with these in making those beautiful shape cards, or even doing the slimline cards if you like doing slimline cards. This piece comes from the center of the Elegant Hearts Centerpiece die, and I just love how that is just accented. So you will see on the blog, you'll see that there's so many different ways that you can use these, and you'll see that the design team members bring these in time and time again to use them many different ways. So this one was using the outline die, then adding the decorative die on top, and then using the center die. So just utilizing those different dimensions. So, so pretty. If you love the sunflower, before we know it, we're going to be headed into fall, so you can kind of do some fall themed cards. And as you can see, this is really utilizing some of the more straight cuts of that octagon, and I just love, love how this one came together with that. And then we've got a beautiful purple card. Do you just love these? I don't know about you, but I find that if I see just a flash of like these different examples of how you can maximize your creativity with just 3 dies. It's absolutely amazing what you can accomplish with it. So whether you're doing like this spring card with the daffodils, or you want to do something that's more bright, vibrant pop, or you want to kind of do the fall sunflower cards, you have lots of variety and options with these. And then you can also just keep it super simple and just use lots of those layers. This one is an Easel card as well. Do you see how stunning that is? Just using that simple octagon shape, stamping a beautiful sentiment in the center. So 2 Easel cards, completely different looks just based on how you put it together. So you get to choose and mix and match your colors. And remember, you could use this for Christmas as well, which I think would be a great way to just make some beautiful, beautiful projects for your friends and family. Just remember, when you like, comment, and share on this video, you're going to be entered to win this card that I just created. So make sure that you do that by midnight Eastern Standard Time tonight. And if you don't have the elegant centerpiece dies yet, we'll add the link below so you can quickly and easily order those. You'll save up to 15% off those dies. There is a bundle option, or you can buy them individually. You can pick and choose how you want to do. And if you're an insider member, you'll get an additional 20% savings on that. Now, if you're not an insider member and you're like, hey, what is that? When you become an insider, you save 20% on every single item every single day, and that can be combined with the savings that we're having at the moment, plus other savings that are coming up in the future. You also have access to online classes. Now, we have one coming up next week, and this class is chock filled with all things creating, featuring the latest collection that we just launched. Plus, when you are an insider member, you have access to all previous online classes. These classes are all 2 hours in length. They're valued at $30 each, and you have access to over 40 of those classes. So it's like a creative vault that you can just disappear into and learn all things crafty in there. So get registered and become an insider member, and you'll get those savings, and you'll be in for the class that's happening next week as well. Thank you so much for joining me today. We'll see you next time. Bye.